Hello and welcome to the Sunday live stream. My name is Igor and this is the channel where we build and maintain open source and free to use applications. And currently we are focusing much on the Shikigami application, which is the Agentic IDE. We are fixing bugs and shipping new features. Let's take a look at our board. What is the state? Let me share with you, because we've released today 0.21 version. It is available for you. You can update the application either by restarting it, there is a check on a startup, or you can wait, there is an interval, implement it, it's gonna check for you from time to time if the app is available. I mean, if the update is available for you. Okay, good. So what this 0.21 version brings, except the first issue, it's not included in 0.21. The rest in the manual verification column is included, which means we've improved the invalid authentication error that may be returned from Claude API, I mean from Claude model, and then improvement for recent workspaces selector, then the improvement for the branch selector. I'm going to show you that in a minute, and then codecs is supported by the application. So let's take a look first at the recent workspaces. So once you click on a plus button, then the standard design was two inputs. The first one for a browsing feature, there will be opened a finder for you, and you can choose directory that you want to start working in. And then there is a CD type of input where you can search for directories and then move from one directory to another with a tab. So let me show you. So I choose, for example, that directory, then I hit tab, and then the other directories are listed. I can choose where I want to open a project or start a new project. And then, so that was before, and now there is also recent list of recent projects, recent workspaces that you worked on. So that is the branch selector improvement. Then, so this is the branch selector improvement. We've changed the UI. Now it's more intuitive, and the order, I think it's more as well, more helpful for you. It's just easier to move around. So there is a search input, pull, push buttons. We're gonna improve them as well today, because once you click on it, there is no information that something is happening. If you click on the fetch, it should rotate. Let me start a session. So test session. Then you click fetch. Okay, something doesn't work. Let's take a look. No repository started. Yeah, maybe we can verify that. What is the reason in a minute as well. But okay, so that was the selector improvement, and then you already saw that. So we have now two models that are supported. One is Claude, the other one is Codex. It means that you can start a few sessions, some of them for Codex, some of them for Claude. It's really up to you. You can mix them together. This is supported, and as well supported is resume and stop for Codex as well as it was for Claude. Okay, so for example, two agents, Codex, and then other two with Claude, and it's gonna work well. And yes, you can use suspend and then resume the work, because we store the session UUID or ID. It depends on the agent, and there is a full support for these things. But okay, let me now clean this up a little bit, because I don't need codecs here. Okay, so these things into done. Okay, good. And I have a few things in the to-do column. Let's start from the from the improvement on the search input. And actually that we gonna do on the main branch. Let me do it on the main branch. It should be a quick fix, so it doesn't make sense to start a dedicated work tree for it. So yeah, let's do it on the main branch. Okay, so that's the first one. Ah yeah, then the improvement for the Git preview, for the Git history button, I wanted to have on the left side above the terminal button. But that actually we will do on a dedicated work tree. Yeah, so move Git history button. Yes, new work tree. And that is more complex work, so let's start it now. I have a screenshot already, so I'm gonna paste it here, okay. And now a prompt. I want you to move the Git history button from the editor area to the left sidebar above the terminal button. And it means that the Git history button should be shared across spaces. Okay, first please verify what is the component for the Git history button. And then if this is a dedicated component, I want you to reuse a component for icon buttons that we created some time ago. I want you to reuse that and move to the new place. Okay, so that is in progress, and then the search input improvement. So the thing is that you can search, and this is not cleared. Whenever I click on X, I want it to be cleared. And I as well have an image for it, a screenshot that I prepared before the live stream. So let me paste it. I did that, and now a prompt. I want you to verify how the X button works, the one that I've marked for you. Okay. I would like you to extend the behavior of that button. It should not only close or collapse the search area, but also should clear the input. And then as well, it means that the search result set should be cleared as well. And please don't start systematic debugging. Don't start a brainstorming session. I want you to proceed with a default flow. Yeah, that should work. Let's give it a try. Okay, so it means that I can move that into in progress already. And now the improvement for the branch selector. I don't know why it doesn't work, actually. Let's copy that and verify, because that was working before. Could you please help me understand what is the meaning of this error? And don't debug anything, don't fix anything. That happened when I clicked on a push button. I mean git push changes button. Okay, so that is ongoing, and then the improvement for the UI of these buttons. I'm gonna name it Git Buttons UI Indicators, because that's more or less what we're gonna work on. Okay, and now a prompt. I want you to add indicators for... No, wait, not indicators. No. How about notifications? But yeah, there should be some visual indicator for the if an action is in progress. Well, let's start a brainstorming session and let's see what are options, what the agent will give us. So it means I want you to brainstorm on an idea to add indicators for push and pull buttons. Please present me a few options that I can choose from, and as well, please then no. So the first step will be just to design indicators for buttons for push and pull, and then later we're gonna extend it with in-app notification system integration. What I mean by that, so once you click on push and pull, you saw an error. So this is good. Whenever there is an error, you are notified, but also it would be great if an action is ongoing and maybe takes longer time, and you go out from this view, from that selector, you hide it, then it will be nice to receive a notification as well on a success. So successful notification, but that let's add it later. So the first step is to brainstorm on adding indicators to okay, you can see it, to those two buttons. You can spin up a localhost server and then present designs. Okay, this is weird because this button should rely on a main, so the root of the workspace. So this is weird. Okay, this is interesting, but the thing is that I can see that the branch selector was initialized with a main branch. So what this could mean? Joke or something, but okay. So Watson is asking what is the difference between interface and abstraction? Is it a interview or something? Are you a recruiter, Watson? What is the position and yeah. Who are you then? Okay, so there are some findings around not initialized Git. By the way, I made a typo, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so I want you now to run sub-agents first to verify how this happened, and then what are fixes for it, and if there is maybe another idea around it, like retry button that we could show if we know that branch selector was initialized, but for some reason Git actions are failing. Maybe we should show a retry initialization, or maybe we should try it first and then inform user that something is wrong. Okay, guys, there are some jokes in the chat. Is it because of the heat or what is happening? By the way, you can tell me in the comments section what temperature is at your place, because here it is hot as, yeah, SH. Okay, so the push and pull buttons, I want two things. So first one is count, so it means number of commits, and then if it is in progress, if an operation is in progress. Okay, and let's take a look at the search input improvement. This is on the main branch, so let's run the application in the dev mode and let's verify. Let's verify if that works as we expect it to work. Okay, I'm gonna test it in another directory, in another workspace. Okay, so this is the Who is Out of Office workspace. This is an open source project. You can check it on my GitHub, or you can type whoisOOO.app in your browser, and then you can read more about it. This is a leave absences manager for small and medium teams. But okay, let's now verify if the search input was improved in terms of clearing the input. So I'm gonna type person. Okay, so we have a few results, and then I'm gonna click X and go, okay, it works. So it was an easy fix. Easy but very helpful, because it was annoying that I always see those things, the old set of results. Okay, good. So two questions. First, if there are tests for it. If no, then please prepare them. And then the second one, if you already commit that. So if no, then please first prepare tests and then commit this thing. Before you start implementing this, I want you to spin up a localhost server and show me what is the design, how exactly it looks. Why not add TDD skill as part of the workflow? That is the question. Well, I have it. I mean, I have a skill for that, yes. Sorry, I misunderstood your question. So, well, we were freestyling here. So, usually, I would start first from writing a plan, and then the plan, the usual flow with a plan already contains the next step, already contains an information that the TDD approach should be followed. But we were freestyling here. We did it on the main branch, and just with a prompt, with a prompt, not really specifying that we should, or the agent actually, that the agent should start from preparing tests. But okay, it says that they exist. So it means it was smart enough. Well, that could be because of a memory feature that is included in Claude Code, and I believe in other agents as well. But anyway, because if many times in the past you said that you want an agent to follow a specific way of implementation, then most likely after a few times of a similar prompt or the same prompt, it will understand that you want to implement a thing. If we are talking about programming things, features, or whatever, then it will be smart enough to understand that, okay, usually you want me to implement with a TDD way, so I'm gonna do it again, even though you didn't ask explicitly to follow TDD. And the same is with subagent driven development. I've noticed that a few times. Sometimes when I forgot to tell it, please implement with subagents driven development, it started it anyway for me. Okay, but anyway, so this search fix / improvement is done, and it's on the main branch. By the way, here you can see, let's take a look at the Git history. Yeah. So here it is. And this is as well one of the recent improvements. So once you click on a commit, then there are details sidebar, and you can click on a file and then preview changes. And what I like about it is that you can choose between side-by-side view or a unified view, and it depends on what the changes are and how many of them there is in a file. Then sometimes it's better to see it as side-by-side or unified. You have both options. But okay, so we can say goodbye to this guy. And then, yeah, this is happening from time to time. I forgot. I keep forgetting about it, so I'm gonna add a bug issue now. That sometimes you have to maximize, then minimize, so it looks like the session content, because of the change of in the grid of agents. Sometimes the second one, it is all that keeps happening to the second session. If there is more than two, this is happening to the second one, and it loses the content. It's still there, it's still in memory, the session is live, but for some reason it's not being refreshed when resized, and when resized actually, and the number of sessions is decreasing. So I'm gonna add a ticket now. Give me a few seconds, and then we move to the next thing. Well, so thank you for comments, Watson. Yes, this might be the case. Yeah, this might be the case for those who are not live here, not with us now, and cannot see the chat. So Watson said that one of the most popular IDEs for PHP developers might be in danger. Well, let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look now, because we have two localhost servers. Yes, let's take a look at them. Okay, so the first one is the push and pull indicators. So let's take a look. Okay. Well, I think the first one is the best one. Well, it doesn't make sense to show 0 if there is nothing to pull. Well, it's not very creative, yeah, let's be honest. If you, yeah, whenever you try to design something, then better show it an example, what you want to achieve. Because as you can see here, it's just yeah, these are copies of the same idea, basically. But okay, like, I'm not complaining because I didn't provide anything. I just wanted to give it a try. So let's stick to the option 1. And so that's the agent. Okay, I want you to write a plan for the option number 1. Once the plan is ready, I want you to run code and architecture review on that plan. Okay, and now the other thing is the Git history button. We're gonna move it from the editor area to the shared sidebar. Shared, I mean between the agentic coding and the editor space. So let's verify that design. I'm gonna make it bigger for you. And okay, it's fine. Okay, this is good. Now please, there is a plan already? No. Please skip the spec phase and write an implementation plan. There is a question regarding Discord. Well, we have a Discord server. Let me share the link in the chat now. Okay, you should see it now. The link to our Discord server. But okay, so we have 3 things in progress. I mean, not in progress, but in the planning mode. Sorry, 2 things in the planning mode and the one is ongoing. Okay, so I would like to start working on a split view mode. It can be useful and I already received a request for it. So let's start a new agent. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I would like to have the split view as well. So how it works now, you have to choose either editor or agentic coding, and with split view you can share, especially this could be useful for a wide screen. I have a wide screen, but I'm sharing with you only a part of it, of course. But yeah, when you maximize a window, then having a split view is a useful thing. Okay, let's go to an agent and let's give it a prompt. I want you to start a brainstorming session where we can design and then later implement a split view mode in the application. So now users have to switch between agent decoding and the editor area, and I would like to give them an option to switch from a mono view to a split view, and then I guess we have to modify the top bar for that. I mean the bar below the workspaces tabs. And once a user switch from a mono to a split view, then I guess it should look different. So we have to design different state, and I also want you to design a button or a selector. Please give me a few options. So button or a selector for switching between mono and the split view. Okay, let's start with that prompt, and then later we can of course change it or change the direction a bit. Let's see. Once this is ready, I want you to run sub-agents to do a code review and architecture review of the feature. Okay, so we have first thing in the implementation. I'm gonna move it from the planning. So, okay, this is in progress, and then the UI indicators as well. But there is one more thing I almost forgot. So it's not only about push and pull buttons. It's not only about their design, but also a notification. There is one more thing I want to ask you, and please include it in the implementation plan. So I want to show a notification, an in-app notification, once fetch, push and pull operations are done. So because now we are only showing errors, I want you to as well integrate with the in-app notification system and show successful notifications. So let me clarify. So once a user switch to the split view, I want you to show a divider instead of a pill with switcher. Yeah, I think it makes sense. But then we should design it anyway, or at least ask it to visualize it. So a divider should be a line, and then on the left or the right side, I think on the left side will be an agentic coding, so you should put a label there, centered label, and the same things on the editor side, again a label that's centered. But to give you a final answer and the final confirmation, I want you to show us, to spin up a localhost server and show us a preview of that change design for it. Okay, since this is a small thing, please merge it to the local main branch and then commit. Okay, they are busy, so I'm gonna start another thing, another small improvement. It's gonna be in the databases area, the improvement. I want to rearrange the buttons. Let me show you. So here we have the databases connections. You can define a connection, put a name, host, port, and credentials, and you can verify if connection is working or not. If yes, then you hit save, and it's gonna be added for you here. But there is a thing I would like to do. So first we'll be moving the add connection button to the top. So below the databases header. Sorry, I had to check one thing. Okay, so below the databases header and above the list of connections. So there will be a first button, And then I also would like to add two more. Let me take a look at the issue description that I prepared. Refresh and disconnect. So let's start by first. Yeah, let's start with the full set. So it means 3 buttons. So the first thing will be, of course, a brainstorming session and the design. Please take a look at the screenshot, and I marked for you a space when I would like to add 3 buttons, and the first one will be add a new connection. Then refresh, it means refresh all connections, databases, tables list in the background one by one, and then show notification once all is done. And then the third one will be a disconnect. It means when I click on a connection, then the button for this connection should turn from blocked to active. I mean, by active I mean that the user can click on it, and then once clicked, the connection that was created in memory for a defined connection should be stopped. Okay, but anyway, the first thing is to design it. But I want you first to start with a brainstorming session. We have to design it, and I want you to present 2 or 3 examples how we can do that. I want to add a divider below buttons, and buttons should be of type icon buttons. Okay, good. So please stop the mockup server, and then I want you to run a sub-agent driven mode. Then please run code review after each milestone, not after each task. And I also want you to run a final code review and architecture review once all is ready. Sorry, but I cannot see the server result. Could you please rerun it? Okay guys, so it is hot today, so I'm gonna keep it shorter than we usually do. So let's wait for the mockup for the split view feature. Let's take a look at it. Once we do that, yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. I mean, at least for the live stream, because the agent's gonna work anyway in the background for us. But okay, let's take a look at the split view options. Okay, so here are the options. Let me make it bigger so you can see it better. Okay, so the first one is actually the one that I wanted to implement. So now we have switcher, left, right, agentic editor. Then on the right side there will be a button. Then you switch to a split view. And there is a left side and the right side, and I believe this is okay. The mockup doesn't include that, but you can resize left, right as you want. Okay. Then the other option is well, it's not that intuitive to me, at least. So it extended the switcher by adding a third option in the middle, and it means you go to a split view by clicking on it, and then once you click on the left or the right, then it brings you back to the switch to the mono view with the switcher. I don't really like that. Let's take a look at the third one. Now, okay, so it's just a variation of it, and it's even more ugly. No. So we're gonna take the first option. So you enter the split view, and then, well, these three dots doesn't make sense. So let's ask it to remove them. Where is this? Yeah, split view. Okay. I like the option A, but I want you to remove the three dots that are next to the divider. So the divider should be just this line. The line is good. The vertical one, this is correct, but please remove these three dots. And as well, you can remove other options because we are not considering them. Okay, so there is an answer from the database UI improvement agent. So I thought that we keep them in memory. So if we don't keep them in memory, I'm gonna tell it to just ignore this that requirement. So there won't be a disconnect button then. Okay, so if we don't keep those connections in memory as open, then please skip the disconnect button. Forget about it. So we're gonna have two buttons: create, and then create a new connection, and then the other one that I asked you about. What was that? Refresh all here. Okay, and this is the design for the option A. Updated. It removed the three dots. This is fine. We're gonna keep it like this. I like it. Then later, if we find a good example, we can ask it to redesign it a bit. But for now, this is fine. Okay, I like how it looks now, and now I want you to continue with the continue the work by creating an implementation plan. And then I also want you to run a deep dive code review and architecture review, especially in terms of memory, because I'm a bit afraid that this switching from one state to another could lead to some memory leaks. I want you to have a dedicated agent that will focus on possible memory leaks that might happen when we switch from split view to mono view, and then something will be dangling in the memory, and I want you to avoid that. Okay, so this guy is asking what the refresh all means. So let me clarify that. So refresh all means refresh tables list for defined connections and defined databases in them. Is it clear now? You don't have to refetch data for opened tables. I want you to update state of lists for databases that are configured in the application. Let me show you how it looks now. So, okay, so this is the connection. Then there is a database, and okay, Docker is not running. I didn't start it, but here you should see a list of tables if a database is available. And in this case, we don't need, at least at this stage, we don't need any detailed information how many databases have been refreshed. That's not what we want. We just wanted information that, okay, the refreshing process finished, and that's it was successful, and that's it. Well, two things. So first, I want them to be aligned to the left side. Second one is that for the refresh button, please use a more intuitive icon. I believe the arrows in a rounded shape would be better. And then my request is, please show me the design by running a localhost server. Okay, it is asking if we should keep the state. So okay, let's go for per workspace and see if it's gonna be fine and won't be error prone. Okay, so the last thing for today, guys, is the improvement for the databases area. So yeah, this is a plus. It means add a new connection, which is good. Then this is the refresh and a actually these two. Yeah, okay, this is fine. Okay, it looks good. So now I want you to prepare a plan for that and then run code review and the architecture review after you prepare the plan. And okay, guys, so that's it for today. Thank you for joining. If you like it, please please hit the like button. If you would like to see more, then please subscribe to the channel and please consider joining our Discord server. The link is in the description. I'm gonna also add a comment with useful links to projects that we are working on or worked on, and the Discord server invitation. Feel free to join and feel free, I am inviting you to try Shikigami. It's available for macOS and Linux, and it's free to use. And what is the most important thing here is that this is a free application, but also it's not a VC baked thing. We built it from scratch. I built it from scratch with you, and you can see the process. Everything is transparent, and I don't spy on you. I don't care how you use Shikigami. All I care about is your feedback and the feedback. This is what I would like to hear, if you like it or not. And if you have any ideas how to improve it, then please let me know in the comments section, or please join our Discord server, and then there we can connect and you can let me know. We can do it as well on LinkedIn. If you find me, then please send an invitation and we can chat about the application. So this is it. The Sunday live stream is going to an end. That was the 20th episode. Thank you for all subscriptions. I'm grateful for them, and I would like to say thank you to all my subscribers. So take care, have a nice evening, have a nice day, and see you next time. Bye bye.